guys, this is your Lady Lebu and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Convo with Lebu. If you are watching my channel for the first time, please make sure to like, subscribe and share. And if you are returning to my YouTube channel, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today's video, I'll be talking about my first experience of living in China as a foreigner. But before I get into the video, guys, I just want to say that do not judge my eyebrows and my face, because I'm trying to learn this makeup thing. So here's a short story of this whole background of makeup thing. I was just this simple lady who didn't want to put anything on her face until my friend last year was like, you know what, girl, you've got a beautiful skin. It's about time that you put something on that skin, you know. I was like, okay, let's give it a try. So we give it a try, and I was like, okay, I think I would like to learn, and I've been learning ever since. So if you've got recommendations on what concealer to use, please leave a comment below. So like I said, yeah, man, I remember my first time flying to China. It was my first time flying to start with. It was my first time getting on a plane. I don't even want to lie, because I'm from the north of South Africa. So we pretty much far from everything, guys. Far from the airports, far from everything. So it was my first experience on a plane, and it was really scary. I don't want to lie. It was really scary because I'm afraid of heights. So it was really scary for me. So yeah, it was on the 2nd of November, and my brother-in-law, my nephew, and my cousin drove me to OR Tambo. And yeah, I think my flight was leaving at 1:30. It was leaving at 1:30, and we got at the airport about 10 o'clock in the morning. And then we got there and we had some breakfast, and then I checked in my luggages, and I sat with them for a couple of next 1 or 2 hours, just talking and all of that. And I eventually, time to leave came, and I remember my first flight was with Emirates. So I got on the flight. I was wearing this necklace thing that I got it from my grandmother from Palabora. She gave it to me and I was wearing it. I was like, you know what, my ancestors, God, just guide me through this journey. Guide me through this journey, because I don't know if where I'm going, what's gonna happen. So I got on the plane, and then got to Dubai, because I was supposed to connect from Dubai to China. And when I got to Dubai, I had to wait 6 more hours in order for me to get on the plane from Dubai to China. So I waited, and yeah, where I was waiting, there was literally Chinese people. There were Chinese people, and for me it was my first experience seeing a Chinese person, to be honest with you. Also, and they were looking at me in a creepy way. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do me. And I sat down and I started trying to get network to talk to my family, to tell them that I was in Dubai waiting for my next flight to China. So I did that, and I was I'm thirsty, because I had I think 4 more hours before I boarded to the plane. So I was like, okay, let me try to get a Coke to drink, because Dubai airport, I forgot the name of it. I think it's the main airport there. It's so huge. So I started walking around the mall trying to get something to drink, and I didn't have cash, and you could only buy with US dollars or their currency there. So I didn't have any US dollars. I only had my bank card that has rent money. So I was walking around trying to get a store that sold Coke, and I got to one store, and Coke is it was about over 50 rands. I was like, what? And I tried to swipe with my card, and my card denied. And I was like, okay, it's okay. Let me just go back to my terminal and wait for the flight. I will drink something on a plane. So I got to my terminal, and as we were like about to border, and like one of the ladies who like are working to like check your information, she was like, "Oh, congratulations, ma'am! You've just been upgraded to like first class." I was like, "What?" They were like, "Yeah, like you are the winner today." I was like, "Oh my god, this is like this is like a great experience. My first time flying and having to being upgraded to business class to first class." I was like, okay, I'm done. But the moment I got on a plane, guys, I was really tired. Like I just wanted to sleep because of the time differences and all of that. So I got on the plane, I sat, and when I sat, they brought like a menu, guys, because it's like first class. They bring like this menu, and I saw there was like a moyer or moet drinks. There were like a couple of bunch like fancy stuff that I didn't even know. So I was like, I'm not even gonna drink. Let me just have like coffee. And then they brought me coffee, and afterwards it was like time for like main course. Like I don't even remember what I ordered, because I just like had like two like thingy scoops, and I was done because I couldn't even stomach the food. I was done, and from then I was like, no, I'm not gonna try alcohol, because I didn't even know if where I'm going I was going to be successful. So I got on it. They even gave me like a free toiletry bag inside with socks, like your soap, your toothpaste, and your toothbrush. And I finally landed in China. I think it was about 4 p.m. 4 p.m. And when I got there, I got to the security check, and I had these like fake dreadlocks. So so the woman who was working there, like she literally looked at my hair like in a funny way, like, oh, what if she had like something funny like drugs in that like long hair? And then she looked at my passport and my face, and she asked me what I was there for. I told her I was there for work, and then yeah, I had the document signed and I passed through. Now it was time to meet my bosses, guys. I was so nervous. I was like, Lord, if this is not gonna go in my way, I'm literally gonna pass out here. I don't even know how I'm going to communicate with these people, because the first place that I moved to, it was like a small place. Like it was a really, really small place. So I walked out of the airport. I was like literally communicating with him. He was like, "We are waiting for you outside." And sorry guys, my phone is really trifling right now. So as I walked out of the airport, guys, I was in disbelief. I felt like I could kiss the ground. I felt like I could literally do it, because I was so excited, and I couldn't believe that I was in China. So my boss asked me like how my trip was. I told him, oh, my trip was like good. He was like, oh, you must be hungry. I'm like, hell yeah, I am hungry. He's like, okay, let me take you to my friend's restaurant to go have like something to eat. When we got there, guys, there's like this food that is called like malatang. It's watery. It's like soup with water, meat or noodles and all of that. He ordered that for me, and I didn't eat, guys. I didn't eat. Like I was so hesitant. Like there, my lungs, my livers, my everything were like, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. I just had like, I remember like I just had like 2 scoops, and I was like, you know what? I will have these at my apartment. I think my stomach it's full. He took me to the apartment, and he was like, okay, have a rest. I will see you tomorrow, like late in the afternoon. I got home, guys. I couldn't sleep at all, and I only slept at like 4 o'clock. I slept the following morning. I woke up crying because I was homesick. I texted my family again that I was okay, I was fine. And then I went to the kitchen. Like the first thing that I opened the fridge, it was the food that was left over from that place. I took the food and I threw it away because I couldn't eat the food. And I was like, okay, it's time for me to go to the bank. It was like about 9 o'clock. I started walking around, like everything felt so different. It felt so different. The atmosphere, the air, like the environment, it felt so good and so different from home. And I started walking. Mind you, I didn't know where I was going, but one thing that I knew is that I was looking for a bank in order to withdraw money. So I walked into this coffee shop and I tried to like speak to one of the guys what I was looking for. He couldn't understand me. I took out my phone, go to Google Translate. I told him that I was looking for a bank. He said, "Oh, like banks are like a little bit far away from here. You need to catch a taxi." Mind you, I didn't have penny on me. I only had money in my bank account and I didn't want to bother my boss because he thought I was home, and Kanti Miguel was like roaming around the streets trying to get banks. And the guy was so generous enough. He was like, "Okay, let me close down my coffee shop, get on my scooter, I will take you to the bank." I got on the scooter for the first time in my life, guys. I got on a scooter for the first time in my life that day. And then we went to the bank, and when we got to the bank, he explained to them, he showed them my bank card, and they were like, "Okay, your bank card, it looks weird, it's not the one that we normally use here, so we cannot help you." Because I went outside and I used like 4 digits to withdraw and it like declined, and apparently you're supposed to add 2 zeros after your 4 South African pin. You're supposed to add like 2 zeros so that it can be like 6 of them. So they declined. It was like about 4 o'clock p.m. I was hungry as hell. The guy was like, "Okay, let me take you home. Do you know where you stay?" I took out my phone again. I'm like, if I see the place, I can recognize it. But I literally just got here yesterday. I'm like, "Okay, just drop me at your coffee shop. I think I can make it back home from your coffee shop." Okay, he took me on a ride with his scooter and I got off and I walked back home. And I finally told my boss about the problem because I was really hungry. About 6 o'clock, I was like, "Hey, look, I'm hungry and I went to the bank alone. I couldn't withdraw money." He's like, "Okay, let me take you to the bank and see what we can figure out." We went to the bank and the bank, the same thing. It just declined my card. And we tried again. He was like, "Okay, just put 2 zeros at the end of your 4 pin password." I put zeros and I just had the bank going like my friend and I, we call it like vomiting money. The bank just vomited money, and my boss and I, literally we don't know each other, but we just jumped and we gave each other a high five. From there, he took me to like the grocery store and I bought food and all of that, and it was just nice. It was just nice, but I was still feeling like really homesick because in my apartment that time, my Wi-Fi was down. So I could only use my airtime to speak with my family, and communicating using airtime, it's so expensive. It's really, really expensive. So on Monday, we went to the hospital to get like medical checks. You are supposed to do that. We did that. We got medical checks. And my colleagues, they were like, let us take you to the mall. When I got to the mall, no South African restaurants, Han. It's just Chinese restaurants all over. The only a foreign franchise that I saw was KFC. But I looked at it, I was like, I'm not sure if I'm ready to try it. I'll just go home and cook my food. And that's what I did. I cooked my food for like a couple of times before I could try like KFC here in China. But it was amazing. It was amazing. I meant to say the difference, it's not really that much. It was amazing. And yeah, gradually I started getting used to the place. I started using like less of like Google Translate because where I worked, they were teaching me like Chinese, but it was really, really difficult for me to learn. But yeah, and another challenge that I got, like I literally walked across all the shops trying to get clothes and I couldn't get size because I'm a plus size. So I had to get my boss had me registered on one of the apps on Taobao to have like an online shopping called Tabao, like I just mentioned now. So that's where like I was able to get like plus size clothes and all of that. But to be honest with you, I've never been really like a fan of Chinese food. I still try like barbecue, like your fried meat, your dried meat, like fried rice. But I always try to run away from boiled food. Yeah, I don't know why. I just don't like boiled food from restaurants here. So yeah, this is where the story ends, guys. Please do not forget to like, comment, share. Thank you very much for watching this video. If like you really enjoyed this video, please comment on the comment section below, guys. I love you and I will see you next time. Have a great time. Goodbye. I will see you.